Tonight, a CBS 2 News investigation. Are some of LA's foster kids being over-medicated just to keep them quiet? That's what some foster kids say is happening, and nobody is doing anything about it. Investigative reporter David Goldstein has the story.
In one day, I would say probably like 20 different medications.
10 years ago, if you'd given a 3-year-old or a 5-year-old or even a 12-year-old an antipsychotic, you could expect to lose your license.
I was on 20 pills at the same time.
Today, it's common practice.
I was on about 20 medications.
Trayvon Walker is trying to recall all the medications he was given as a foster kid. The list is long.
I was on Depakote, Risperdal, Wellbutrin, Trileptal, Clonidine, Boothbar.
And he's not alone.
I was on so many of them, it's hard to remember.
If we medicate this kid, we can control him or her, and we don't have to deal with her feelings.
All three are current or former foster children. All of them claim they're victims of over-medication.
And it caused me to have kidney renal failure.
Over the past 3 months, we've reviewed confidential medical records of some of LA's foster youth, and what we found is disturbing. A 9-year-old taking 4 medications at the same time, a 6-year-old on Prozac, and there's this, a 3-year-old on the anti-schizophrenic medication Abilify.
It's completely out of control.
This veteran social worker, who would only talk if we concealed her identity and disguised her voice, says in her opinion the drugs weren't always given for medical reasons, sometimes for convenience.
It's just shutting them up and shutting them down. It's a chemical restraint. We don't know what else to do with you.
And sometimes for money, because many foster kids who receive drugs are classified as problem children, and by contract, group homes get paid more for those kids.
When you have a group home full of kids that are sleepy all the time, you don't have to deal with them. So it's a good thing for them, and they get paid. So they get a nice fat paycheck.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Dr. Elizabeth Roberts agrees. She's a child psychiatrist who treats foster children.
Everybody's winning. They get a higher pay, and if the child gets the Social Security disability check on top of it, well, that's all the better.
All of the cases are decided here in family court. In L.A. County, the number of medicated foster kids runs anywhere from 3,000 to 6,000, depending on who you talk to. Statewide, no one seems to know the exact numbers, but they have jumped considerably in the past 5 years. There are built-in safeguards. A judge has to approve all medications. But we uncovered audits of LA's foster youth group homes where dozens of kids were found to be medicated without court authorization or with little doctor oversight.
We've seen situations where that has in fact occurred, and we have prohibited those doctors from working with those kids in the future.
But that's if their complaints are ever heard. Some fear foster kids are trapped in a system too quiet to be noticed.
I mean, no one listens to a foster kid. I mean, they're dismissed. They're a forgotten child in this equation.
Yo.